I've eaten eggs every single day for the past 40 years. And the most surprising part? I only recently discovered I was eating them the wrong way. That person wasn't someone far away, it was me. And in a way, it was all of us, quietly holding on to a small habit, believing it to be harmless. Every morning, a gently fried egg, a pinch of salt and pepper, a few slices of toast, and a warm cup of tea. It felt like a cherished ritual, a loving start to the day. But sometimes, it's the simplest things that deserve the most thoughtful re-examination. Let me share a short story. Mildred, 79, lives alone in Oregon. She once left a comment under one of my videos. It read, "I thought I was doing everything right until my doctor told me I had mild liver inflammation and slow digestion. I couldn't believe it. I only ate eggs and toast like everyone else. But after listening to your insights, I started making small changes. And now, I feel lighter every morning." See, sometimes it's the smallest changes that lead to the biggest shifts. This video isn't about fear or blame. It's about reflection and gratitude for a beautiful food like eggs. And more importantly, it's about learning how to pair them wisely, gently, especially for a body that has lived through many seasons. So go ahead, brew yourself a warm cup of herbal tea, and let's walk through 5 food pairings you may want to avoid when eating eggs. Not for restriction, but for awareness, for understanding how your body works and how to care for it lovingly. Do you still remember those winter mornings when Mom would fry a sunny-side-up egg, serve it with crispy white toast and a smear of salted butter? That aroma still lingers in my memory, wrapped in warmth, comfort, and love. But as I step into the later seasons of life, I've realized, sometimes the most familiar things are the ones we need to change first. Eggs, on their own, are a gift. They're rich in protein, vitamin B12, choline, nutrients that support the brain, the liver, and the immune system. But when we pair them with white bread, a refined carbohydrate stripped of fiber and essential nutrients, their power dims. Why? Because refined carbs cause sudden spikes in blood sugar, forcing insulin to work overtime. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, a silent path toward type 2 diabetes. That's not all. These blood sugar spikes drain your energy, cloud your thinking, and reduce focus. Things many people over 70 silently experience without knowing why. But most concerning is the inflammation this combo triggers. Chronic inflammation is the root of many age-related issues: heart disease, memory decline, joint pain, digestive troubles, even depression. So what's the solution? Do we need to give up bread entirely? Not at all. Just choose better companions. Whole grain bread, oats, quinoa, or better yet, pair eggs with fresh avocado, lightly sautéed spinach, or a handful of mushrooms. I made this change a few months ago. At first, I missed the soft comfort of white toast, but after just 1 week, I felt more alert, my stomach lighter, and that mid-morning fog, gone. Most importantly, I felt like I was finally taking care of myself, on purpose. If you're still here, it means you care about your health. So let me ask, have you ever started your day with eggs and white bread? Leave a comment below. I'm making small changes. Let's keep walking this journey together. One morning, I had breakfast with an old friend, Robert, 76. We sipped tea, chatted, and shared what seemed like a wholesome meal: boiled eggs, some fried tofu, and a warm glass of soy milk. He smiled, saying, "I'm leaning more plant-based these days, hoping it helps me live longer." I smiled too. It felt familiar. It was the kind of meal I used to believe in. I even recommended it to family and friends, until I learned more about how soy and eggs interact. Surprisingly, these two nutritious foods can quietly cancel out each other's benefits. Soy products, tofu, soy milk, soy protein contain trypsin inhibitors. These compounds interfere with trypsin, a digestive enzyme that breaks down protein. When you pair soy with eggs, which are rich in high-quality protein, it limits your body's ability to absorb the very nutrients you're trying to nourish it with. It doesn't just reduce nutrition, it can lead to mild, chronic protein deficiency. And protein isn't just about muscles. It builds your immune system, hormones, enzymes, and helps repair tissues. When your body lacks it, you tire easily, heal slowly, your skin dulls, your hair thins, and slowly, you lose trust in your body's strength. And then there's avidin, a protein in raw or undercooked egg whites that binds with biotin, vitamin B7, preventing its absorption. Biotin is vital for healthy skin, hair, and energy metabolism, and older adults, they're already at higher risk of biotin deficiency. If you eat soft-boiled eggs with soy milk every morning, you may unknowingly face a double deficiency in protein and in B vitamins. A viewer once shared, "I thought I was living healthy with my tofu omelet each morning, but I kept feeling tired, losing hair, and my nails were brittle. After your video, I changed things up. I feel lighter now. Fatigue, hair thinning, sluggish digestion. They're not always just age. Sometimes it's the food combinations we don't question." So what's the gentle fix? Don't eliminate eggs or soy, just separate them. If you love eggs in the morning, enjoy soy at lunch or dinner. If you love soy milk, have it on days you skip eggs or wait a few hours in between. Instead, pair eggs with foods that help them shine. Steamed greens, avocado, quinoa. These choices aid digestion, boost vitamin absorption, and fight inflammation. You'll start to notice clearer mornings, calmer digestion, a lighter you. If you've ever eaten eggs and soy together and didn't know the effects, comment, I'll try separating them. That's how we grow, together. Now, let's talk tea. There's something comforting about a soft-boiled egg and a steaming cup of black tea. The aroma, the ritual, the peace. But in that soothing moment, something unexpected happens. Tea, especially black or green, contains tannins. These compounds bind to proteins and minerals like iron and calcium. When you drink tea with eggs, tannins form complexes with the egg's proteins, making them harder to digest. Digestion slows, nutrient absorption decreases, bloating can follow. Worse, tannins limit iron absorption, particularly the non-heme iron found in eggs and plants. For older adults at risk of anemia, this can lead to fatigue, poor memory, and lower endurance. One viewer shared, "I always felt tired in the morning. Then I tried drinking tea an hour after breakfast instead. That one change made me feel so much better." Sometimes it's not about what you eat, but when you eat it. Tea is a wonderful companion, just give it space. Avoid drinking tea 30 to 60 minutes before or after eating eggs. Instead, choose warm water, fresh orange juice, which boosts iron absorption, or herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint. When I switched to chamomile tea an hour after breakfast, I felt lighter, more clear-headed, and less tired. It felt like a small act of self-respect. What do you usually drink with breakfast? If you've ever had eggs and tea together without knowing the effects, leave a comment. I'll change this small habit. One sentence could help someone else too. Now let's talk bacon. There's a smell that brings back memories. Crispy bacon sizzling beside golden eggs. In many American households, this was breakfast. It was home. I loved it too. It reminded me of Dad reading the paper, Mom setting the table, and me, a little kid, breathing in comfort. But later, when Dad got sick and Mom needed blood pressure meds, I wondered, did our beloved breakfast wear them down bit by bit? The truth may lie in the meat. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, and ham contain nitrates and nitrites. Once inside your body, these can form nitrosamines, linked to a higher risk of colorectal cancer. When cooked at high heat alongside eggs, they create more harmful oxidizing compounds. This forces your liver and heart to work harder, slowly fueling chronic inflammation, a hidden driver of heart disease, high blood pressure, and liver stress. Even those who say, "I don't eat much," can still feel tired, face fatty liver, or battle high cholesterol. Add sodium to the mix. One slice of bacon can have 300 to 400 milligrams, and in one meal, you've crossed your daily limit. This can lead to fluid retention, headaches, high blood pressure, and long-term strain on your heart. A viewer once wrote, "I thought bacon was just an American tradition, but my doctor said if I didn't stop, I was headed toward a stroke." That wasn't fear. That was a quiet wake-up call. You don't need to give up eggs, just be wise about the company they keep. Try lightly seared salmon, full of omega-3s for brain and heart health. Stewed lentils or black beans, rich in plant protein and fiber. Avocado, creamy and supports vitamin absorption. A plate of soft-boiled eggs, avocado slices, steamed greens, and grilled salmon isn't just beautiful. It's a love letter to your body. Have you ever had eggs with bacon or sausage? Did you feel heavy or tired after? Comment, "I'm learning to love my breakfast again." Let's talk one more pairing, raw vegetables. Many of us believe raw veggies are always healthy, and yes, they're full of enzymes, vitamins, and fiber. But when eaten with eggs, especially in the morning, they can make digestion harder. I remember Eleanor, a careful eater in Oregon. Her breakfast, a raw salad with boiled eggs. She meant well, but soon she felt bloated, lost appetite, and couldn't figure out why. The reason? The pairing. Eggs are rich in protein and fat. They need acids and enzymes to break down. Meanwhile, raw veggies like cabbage, kale, carrots, and bell peppers contain tough fibers and digestion inhibitors. Together, especially when your stomach is still waking up, they overwork your gut. A study from the Geriatric Nutrition Center in Michigan found older adults digest 25% slower than younger people. So simpler, gentler meals are key, especially in the morning. The solution? Lightly steamed greens like spinach or bok choy. Pair boiled eggs with soft cooked veggies. Save raw salads for later in the day. A viewer named Howard81 commented, "After switching to steamed veggies with my egg breakfast, my belly felt calm again. That's what I wish for you too." Comment, "I'll steam my veggies for a lighter belly." After all, eggs are still a beautiful gift. They nourish, they comfort, especially for those living alone. But as we've seen today, they shine brightest when surrounded by the right foods. White bread, soy, tea, processed meats, raw veggies. Maybe they've been your habits for years, but today you know better. And with small shifts, you can feel lighter, stronger, and more supported from the inside out. We don't need to change everything overnight. Just start with one breakfast, one act of kindness to your body. Let me end with a memory from Gerald, 79, in Minnesota. "After my wife passed, I lived alone. My breakfast was fried eggs, bacon, tea, and toast. I didn't think it mattered, but my doctor suggested a liver check. Since switching to boiled eggs, steamed veggies, and plain water, I feel stronger, like I'm taking care of myself, the way she used to." That's what small changes really are. Not restrictions, but quiet acts of love. If you're still here, I believe you're not just thinking about food. You're looking for a gentler, more meaningful life after retirement. Let eggs, this simple, humble food, be the beginning of something kinder. Which part of this video resonated with you most? Comment below. I choose to nourish myself every morning. If you found this helpful, leave a like, share it with someone you love, and subscribe for more healing stories. Thank you for listening. Let's slow down, eat kindly, and love ourselves, one breakfast at a time.